Hey everybody, welcome. This is Carnivorous Me. If you're new, my name is Amanda. This is my journey going from morbidly obese to healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I love hearing from you guys. If you have questions, put them in the comments. If I don't answer them there, then I'll pull them into next week's Q&A. So to start this week, we have Jerry's question. It says, do you think transitioning to carnivore from keto is even better? Yes. I did not. I went cake one day, carnivore the next, and it was really rough on my GI tract and it kind of shocked my body. If you do keto first, it lets your body get fat adapted and it's just an easier transition to carnivore. Janice asked if I did cheat meals or bites of treats occasionally. I do not do cheat meals, and it's more of a psychological change. A cheat meal is me cheating on my integrity. So no, I don't do them. Have I stumbled and had meals off carnivore? Yes. Am I going to probably in the future? Yes, but I don't allow it. It's just not something I'm gonna say, I'm gonna have a cheat meal once a month. As far as the bites of treats, the only thing sweet I have had is I've had a little bit during my cycle of a square or so of 80% or more dark chocolate. That is the only thing that I've had that even resembles a sweet. I am a sugar carb addict. I cannot have sweets near me, and I probably never will just because I go crazy eating them, and I know that, so I just avoid them. Mostly Cloudy asked what kind of electrolytes I'm using. I am using Element, LMNT. I just started recently. What I was using didn't have enough salt, and I love the fact that this has 1,000 milligrams of sodium. It's got 200 milligrams of potassium and 60 milligrams of magnesium. You guys know I was having that terrible eye twitch. I tried adding my multivitamin I used to take in, and that seemed to help, but then they came back with the veracity. But since I've been using the Element, I've had no issues. And the leg cramps, the migraines, none of that since then. There was that time that Scott was laying in the bed in the middle of the night and he was making all these very odd noises. And after a few minutes, I just decided, I was like, enough of this. And I asked him what was going on, and he said it was a leg cramp. It was not what I thought it was. So he's also using it. No leg cramps now. It's wonderful. I was finding I was having to really salt my meat to get enough sodium since we're moving around more, but now I don't. I just take a sparkling water, dump the package in, and I'm good to go. What I really like about the Element product is there is no sugar, there are no artificial ingredients, there's no coloring, there's no gluten, none of that stuff in there. They also offer for me the raw, unflavored. I like this because the other flavors have stevia in them, and for me, the unflavored is just the perfect option. Right now, Element's offering a free sample with any purchase for you guys. You just have to use the URL below, which is drinklmnt.com/carnivorousme. It will give you a sample of all 8 flavors. So like this one, citrus salt, and there's mango chili. Oh yeah, mango chili. They are a great source of all your electrolyte needs. Marie asked if I had any headaches or symptoms from eliminating carbs. In the beginning, yes. My GI tract was used to having tons of carbohydrates, tons of sugars. So I had a lot of GI upset. There was a lot of time spent near the bathroom the first few weeks. This is also why I would recommend keto prior to carnivore if you can tolerate that. As far as the headaches, I had migraines before, so headaches are just kind of a walk in the park sometimes compared to the migraines. I don't have them now, but I have also had to increase my sodium intake and make sure I'm getting magnesium and other things. But now, none. About 4 weeks in, things were fine. Earlene asked, did you have a keto flu? If so, how long did it last? I did have a version of the keto flu. The keto flu is just when your body is getting rid of all the carbohydrates and it's starving for energy because you're not fat adapted yet. Having things like electrolytes, making sure you're getting enough salt, sleep, water, fat are just easy ways to avoid it. Most of the time, the keto flu is just from not enough sodium, potassium, or magnesium in the beginning. Mine lasted about 2.5 weeks. That's when I kind of smarted up about doing something about it, not just suffering. ADI asked if they can have a little bit of vegetables with meat, egg, or fish. Carnivore is meat. Ketovore does include vegetables, and this is just honestly, it's a personal choice on where you're at. I have autoimmune issues. I don't do vegetables. I do a little bit of spices, but that's it. I do meats, eggs, cheese, coffee. That's about all I eat. So that's something that you're just gonna have to trial and error or just see what works for your body. Lilia asked, is Scott also doing carnivore? How did he benefit? If he is, does he have weight to lose? Scott, I'll just go over this quickly because later when you guys meet him, he can answer this better, but he is doing carnivore with me. He lost 25 pounds. Did he really have it to lose? I mean, in his stomach a little bit, but no, he was never obese or really overweight per se. He's doing better. He feels better. He sleeps better. He does not snore like he used to and some other things, but I'll let him answer that in a couple weeks when he comes on a little bit better because, you know, he's him, I'm me. So Chris said, could you share which cheeses would be best for carnivores? High quality cheeses. That's the simple answer. No Velveeta, no American cheese processed stuff. I made a short list, but I will also put a URL that links to a really long list by Pioneer Woman. I got cheddar, Asiago, Gorgonzola, Brie, Feta, Fontina, Gouda, the list goes on. I eat all of those. Marie asked, what about the carnivore diet for people with gallbladder issues? First, Dr. Barry has some really good videos on those, so I'll put that in the description below too. Second, my mom has gallbladder issues. From what I've seen, the best thing you can do is go very slow, increasing your fat. The gallbladder stores bile salts in it. When you're having problems with the gallbladder, it can't readily store or release them like it should, so you'll get things like GI upsets. Kathy asked, how tall are you? I am 5 foot 5.5 inches. That half an inch doesn't matter. And then she also asked, do you ever dream about food, particularly sweets or bread? I don't dream of them. I find myself dreaming of steaks and prime rib and things like that now. I don't recall in the beginning having dreams about food either. No, I didn't. Just honestly meats, oddly enough. That's what I dream about when I think of food. Nicole said, did you work with your doctor to stop taking your meds or did you make changes as needed, then discuss with your doctor? I stopped taking the metformin pretty dang quick. Metformin makes me so ill. I would be nauseous, wanting to vomit, have diarrhea. It was really bad. I monitored my blood sugar like 6, 7, 8 times a day. If I felt off, I checked it. So I took myself off my own medication. Monitoring my blood glucose was the best indicator of where I was at. And towards like 2 weeks in, nothing. I was taking nothing. My glucose was completely regulated by what I was eating. Sharon asked if I'd explain a little bit more in detail how this way of eating has affected my metabolic syndrome. I am no longer considered class 3 morbidly obese. My triglycerides went from 350 to 150 or so. I've never actually had any problems with my blood pressure. Towards the end there, it was like 130 over 80, which is now considered higher, but my blood pressure is usually 120 over 70, 110 over 60, and now it's back to that normal now. I am no longer type 2 diabetic. I have had tremendous improvement, specifically around metabolic syndrome, because I'm able to move and walk and my body's healing. And she asked, where can I get those bi-colored glasses? I have had these glasses for a few years and babied the heck out of them because they do not make them anymore, sadly. C. Calhoun asked, was my sleep apnea obstructive or central apnea? It was obstructive apnea. Central, and you probably know this because you're obviously asking me, but for everyone else that doesn't, central apnea, it has to do with the transmission from the brain to the diaphragm, telling pretty much the body when to breathe. I can't really speak too much about that because I know this much. But as I said, I had obstructive due to the massive amount of weight on my abdomen and the compression in my upper airways, which I don't anymore because I've lost so much weight. Which also references you don't have to lose massive amounts of weight to stop snoring so much. Scott has never been obese. He lost 25 pounds, granted it was in his abdomen. He lost the 25 pounds and he doesn't snore unless he's sick or just flat out exhausted now. And he used to snore like an 800-pound man. It was terrible, like sucking paint off the wall snoring. As always, thank you guys for your support, encouragement for myself and others. If you have questions, throw them in the comments. I'll get to them then or in next week's Q&A. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Cheddar Asiago
Gorgonzola.
Kathy asked, how tall am I? I am 5 foot 5.5 inches. That half matters.
Hey, the half matters because I'm 5'10.5" and I have good posture. That half matters.
Kathy asked, how tall... Stop, turn it off. Here, I got it. Not really sure what else there is to say about that. I just wanted to show you guys what Scott's having to do because we forgot to charge the batteries for the lights. Okay, we came up with the most brilliant idea.
The other one hurt my arms way too much. Hoorah!
We're using the ironing board now.